Let me start this video by paying a small tribute to every American soldier who made a supreme sacrifice in the line of duty while defending the freedom, democratic values, and security of the United States. These brave soldiers have sacrificed their present for our better future. Welcome to World Defense News, and in this episode, we are going to discuss a brief introduction to United States Armed Forces, its various branches, command structure, and an overview of the U.S. military strength. The United States Armed Forces, from their inception, during the American Revolutionary War, the U.S. military, have been at the forefront, and played a crucial role in the history of the United States. The United States Armed Forces are the military forces of the United States. The U.S. military forces are primarily responsible for the internal, as well as external, security of the United States. The U.S. Armed Forces consist of 6 service branches that are governed and administered by 2 executive federal departments. These U.S. military 6 service branches include the U.S. Army, U.S. Marine Corps, U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, U.S. Space Force, and the Coast Guard. The President of the United States is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. The U.S. President administers the U.S. military operations through 2 main federal departments, which include the Department of Defense and the Department of Homeland Security. The U.S. government's military budget is the largest in the world, with billions of dollars allocated each year for the defense spending and the modernization of the U.S. Armed Forces. According to the Global Firepower Index, the United States Army, Air Force, and the Navy rank number 1 and occupy the first position in terms of combat capability, power projection, military hardware, modern weapon systems, and the military strength. Let us now take a quick look at the top U.S. military service branches. Let us start with the U.S. Army. The United States Army is the largest and strongest army in the world. The U.S. Army ranks first position in terms of combat capability and the firepower. The U.S. Army is the most modern army, very well equipped with latest weapons, main battle tanks, armored vehicles, attack helicopters, and the powerful artillery. The U.S. Army is one of the 6 service branches of the United States Armed Forces. The U.S. Army is governed by the Department of the Army, which comes under the Department of Defense. The U.S. Air Force is another important branch of the U.S. Armed Forces. The United States Air Force is considered to be the best and largest air force in the world. The U.S. Air Force ranks number 1 in terms of firepower, number of latest stealth fighter jets, transport planes, attack helicopters, and the overall combat strength. The U.S. Air Force is also considered to be the most modern air force, equipped with latest 5th-generation stealth fighter jets, such as the legendary F-22 Raptor, and the formidable F-35 Lightning stealth fighter jet. The U.S. Air Force is one of the 6 service branches of the United States Armed Forces. The U.S. Air Force is governed by the Department of the Air Force, which comes under the Department of Defense. The U.S. Navy is another important branch of the U.S. Armed Forces. The United States Navy is the true blue water navy, which operates the largest number of aircraft carriers, which empowers the U.S. military to project power anywhere in the world. The U.S. Navy ranks the first position in terms of its naval fleet size, firepower, and the overall combat strength. The U.S. Navy is also considered to be the most modern navy, very well equipped with nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, destroyers, frigates, naval fighter jets, and nuclear-powered submarines. The U.S. Navy is also one of the 6 service branches of the United States Armed Forces. The U.S. Navy is governed by the Department of the Navy, which comes under the Department of Defense. Let us now talk about the U.S. military's Space Force. The U.S. Space Force is the youngest branch of the U.S. Armed Forces. Space is said to be the next frontier, and the United States Space Force is a dedicated branch of the U.S. military to build the necessary capabilities for future space warfare and to deal with the emerging security challenges. The Space Force is the vital component of the U.S. military's objective to enhance its multi-domain combat capability. The advent of hypersonic missiles has posed a serious threat and a major security challenge. The U.S. military is all geared to take on this challenge in terms of space defense technology to neutralize such threats. The U.S. Armed Forces also maintain one of the largest stockpiles of modern operational nuclear weapons. The security environment has deteriorated over a period of last few decades. The US military has built significant nuclear deterrence capabilities to safeguard the US cities and to mitigate the threat of nuclear attack. The US Armed Forces have acquired significant capabilities in both defense and power projection due to their large defense budget and technological advancements. The US Armed Forces are widely recognized as one of the most modern, strongest, and finest professional military forces in the world. The US Armed Forces have also earned this reputation due to their excellent and glorious track record of combat capability and professional excellence. That brings us to the end of this brief introduction to the United States Armed Forces. Please visit our website, worlddefensenews.com, for more comprehensive information on the military science, defense news, and military technology. If you have liked this video, then give us a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to this channel. Thanks, and I will soon join you with another interesting video.